Hello.
Probably hear me, but I cannot hear you yet.
Well, I can hear Jay. Everyone else can hear Jay. So we'll continue. What it do, Naysayer Nation? We are back.
It didn't help.
For another week of the After Show podcast. I am Sadot the Gamer, joined by the technical difficulty having JayShockblast. Shout out to Casual Avenger, of course, could not be here today due to his crippling addiction to deep dish pizza, but we'll carry on in his absence. What's up, Next Level Geo? Congratulations on being first. What's up, Creeper Boss? What's up, LTM? Old Man Eastwood. Welcome, welcome.
Should be able to hear you now.
Jay just dealing with the fact that Windows 11 is ass. What's up, Gabe? Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday ski. What's up? Oh, we got our first Nazi of the week. You're gone. Halo on PS5, finally. Let's go. Yes, sir. We got a lot to talk about. A lot happened this week in the simulation. Of course, we had Halo coming to PS5, which was probably the least surprising. The insiders have been telling us for like a year that this was happening, and it finally happened. But so much happened. We had the NBA, huge NBA gambling scandal that destroyed, kind of just took everything over. Like we were like, everyone was talking about how we were talking about Victor Wembanyama. They were talking about how insanely expensive it is to watch all the NBA games, and all that just went away when the Trump administration announced that they were making a series of arrests related to gambling, and NBA legend and head coach of the Trailblazers, Chauncey Billups, arrested literally right after coaching his first game of the year. Also, former NBA player Terry Rozier was also arrested for allegedly betting on games. That part was the least surprising for anyone that's watched Terry Rozier play for the last year and a half.
What's even wild though is that the NBA cleared him
multiple times.
Yeah.
I'll add. So there was a lot. So yeah, we'll get into that because that situation is wild. Very clearly, in my opinion, the NBA knows they have a big issue with gambling, and they've been actively covering it up. A lot of that popped up this week. We'll get to that. Also, we'll be doing our game reviews this week. We had, of course, Marvel Rivals dropped their PVE zombie mode that I've been playing a lot of. We had some major game releases. Jay will be covering Outer Worlds 2. He's been making content about that. He got sent a copy of that. I got sent Ninja Gaiden 4 and Dispatch, and I'll be talking about both of those. And also, speaking of Outer Worlds and Ninja Gaiden, Xbox had another interesting week. In addition to Halo coming to PS5, we got some information from insider investigative reporter Jason Schreier that kind of answers most of what has been going on with Xbox, why they've been laying off thousands of people, cutting projects, raising prices, and the answer will surprise no one, but will probably piss a fair number of people off because it's actually ridiculous. but first, I wanted to get into this NBA betting scandal. Also, a shout out to the Sixers having a nice little start to the season.
They need to. I mean, I know we're going to get into this, but they need to trade Embiid and just turn the team over to Maxey and Edgecombe. That kid Edgecombe is legit. He's gonna be a baller.
I told my dad over the summer, when we didn't get when we got Edgecombe in the draft, I had been digging into him. I was like, okay, I think this could be a really good pick because there was a lot of uncertainty with Ace Bailey. Turns out that was mainly coming from his extremely stupid choice of a manager. Seems otherwise to be a decent kid, but BJ Edgecombe, we're not complaining. Soon I saw his first summer league game, and I immediately texted my dad and told me that kid is a baller. He looks like a young Jimmy Butler, but more athletic and a better shooter. Watch out, he's going to be really good right away. And sure enough, 34-point debut against your Celtics, I believe.
Yeah, I don't care about this season. It's fine.
Yeah, it's fine. So, but a very exciting game. Maxey had 40, and
I mean, honestly, the Celtics should have won that game, but it's fine. Like, honestly, this is my stance on the Celtics this year. Just stay healthy, and I mean, get an 8 seed, whatever. I don't care. Just make it. You know, I'm not worried.
Go with it. Look at it. But I also believe Edgecombe broke Iverson's record for most points in his first 2 games.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's been crazy, but unfortunately, all the cool stuff that happened in the NBA was kind of overshadowed a little bit by. We can't even say the first gambling related scandal, but it's definitely the latest and potentially biggest. I don't know. What do you think was a bigger scandal, Tim Donaghy or this?
Tim Donaghy, I think, is a little bit bigger because I feel like allegedly what my man Scary Terry was doing or did, apparently it only happened once.
Yeah.
He told his friends to take the under.
Yeah.
Bet is under. And then he just went out. He went out there and played for 9 minutes and then was out for the game. But I don't know what game that was. I saw a compilation of clips of him in one game where you cannot look at those clips and not say he was throwing. Like, it's bad. And it sucks because, like, I loved him on the Celtics. He legitimately like played hard every night. So it's shocking to kind of see it. And I can't imagine it was worth it because, like, you can't have that many abnormal, like, these betting apps and sites and casinos, like, they have monster software watching every trend. And if suddenly, like, this influx of people bet the under on Terry Rozier of all people, you don't think that's going to instantly raise red flags? And it did. They clocked it literally immediately. So the Donaghy thing, he could have impacted games from a way worse perspective. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I do think that overall is worse because we need our officiating to be legit. But I mean, a player throwing like that, he needs to be banned for life. if jail isn't even like doesn't even save him. You know what I mean?
The reason I asked is because this gambling situation goes beyond just Terry Rozier,
Sure.
betting, giving people a tip. We also had former NBA player and LeBron James's buddy Damon Jones caught up. Apparently, he was feeding information to people based on LeBron James's injury status, among other things. But the Chauncey Billups thing gets even crazier because he was not only is he alleged to have been also cashing in on giving people tips related to his actual team. He was allegedly involved with the mafia in rigged
Poker games.
where they would use stars like Chauncey Billups to get people to come in and play these games, but these games were actually rigged. Like they weren't just bringing them in to play; they were actually rigging the games. They had complex software and tech where they can read the cards and manipulate the shuffling. So they essentially had Chauncey acting as the face to get people, including other athletes, to come in and gamble. And the mafias would take them for literally millions of dollars. There was also reportedly armed robbery, assaults that happened at these games. So this is a pretty insane. And the funny, I kid you not, the funniest thing, the funniest thing was seeing Shaq and them try to discuss the scandal while also plugging FanDuel.
Yeah, it's such a weird society. Like, I don't understand.
Yeah, yep.
I'm not a gambler. All right,
Mafia never went away.
Yeah, I'm not a gambler. I know Eastwood's talked about like doing some. I don't know what app he uses, but he's talked about doing some betting and stuff. And I get it. Like that stuff's fine, but like
yeah, I did a little daily fantasy, but I'm never really much of a gambler. Like I went to Atlantic City one time, and I was just in a casino, and it did not appeal to me at all. I'm like, I don't like this.
I've been to Vegas twice, never bet on anything. I think I might have played one slot machine the first time I went, and the second time we went, I don't even think we went into a casino. We were like, well, we went to Caesar's Palace for a wedding. So we're at Caesar's Palace, but none of the like casino parts. Yeah.
I think I was literally did the same thing. I went in, I played one slot machine and was like, I don't like this, and just went to the boardwalk and got some good food. that was it. I don't like it because I think I'm just wired differently. I don't like gambling because I don't like the idea. First of all, I like money. I like saving money, but also I am competitive, so I like the idea, if I'm putting money on the line, of being in control.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like leaving it up to luck.
I'll spend $20 on some scratch tickets, maybe like 3 or 4 times a year, but that's it. And I'll run them until I lose. I
don't even do that. Like the one time I played like the lottery, like I did like I did a couple times where it was like, oh, Mega Million or something, where it was like the payout was just like insane.
Yeah, same.
But even then, I didn't just randomly buy a ticket. I actually spent like a couple hours doing numerical analysis to try to find a pattern and increase my odds of getting the winning number, because I didn't want to, because I don't like luck. I don't like relying on luck. Yeah. And unfortunately I didn't win $500 million.
Yeah, we're still here.
I did get $200 though. So
nice. I don't think we ever did that. I think the most I've ever won on a scratch ticket is like $100. So I think I won $500 once.
Oh, that's nothing to sneeze at. I am good at Yu-Gi-Oh, so that's pretty much the same thing.
Yeah, I just there's a lot of things about gambling that I just hate, like it's weird watching like people on social media go after players like, oh, you cost me my
My
whatever
parlay.
they call it.
You fucked up my parlay. I see
Yeah, my
that.
parlay. Yeah, exactly.
I see that all the time now.
And it's and I just, if I was a player, I'd be like, fuck your parlay.
Same.
Like, I don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? Like that's your fault. That's on you.
You're lucky. You're lucky. That's not one of them for sure. Gambling is a bad vice to have.
Yeah, and it's wild how prevalent it is.
Yes,
like
everywhere.
ESPN has like odds like now, like every article they have, there's like a bet ESPN like link you can click for it.
I've been noticing it's bad, but it really hit home to me. I was scrolling through my apps, and I went on Prime because I wanted to catch up on Gen V. I wanted to watch the last few episodes, but then I noticed that the Lakers and Timberwolves game was on because Prime now is going to have NBA games this season. So I was like, all right, I'll watch a little bit of this. So I pop in, and this is my first time watching NBA game on the Amazon Prime app, and I see the menu when you pause it, to play and rewind, and they had a stat tracker, which I thought, oh, that's pretty cool. You can pull this up and you can see the total team stats. You can see the lead, who has the leading score on points on both teams, and right next to that, track your betting. and a fucking QR code that you can scan to take you to FanDuel and check and cover your bets and check. I was like, bro, there's no way.
Honestly, I think that Gabe should call that 1-800 number.
Yeah.
After like let's never forget the gambling that went down in our live chat that one time, and how brutally terrible it was. We all said it, like, don't do it. Yeesh.
I think that that's what I think is good, that gambling isn't a vice of Travis, because he is extraordinarily bad at it.
From what we've seen.
Yeah, based on the experience, he would be horrible at it, and would be ruined.
I don't know if I don't, that's one of those ones you kind of hold on to. I don't know if there's ever living that one down.
Yeah, that was a bad one. Not gonna lie.
Are we just yapping, or are we clout chasing today? What are we doing?
Everything. We're doing all, but yeah. So, but yeah, there was like, I think like 20, 30 arrests. So they're taking this very seriously.
I heard Kevin Garnett was involved somehow in the poker.
Yeah, he was reportedly at some of the games.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, they're not taking this as seriously as the Epstein files, but priorities. Somehow LeBron James is caught up in this. His name is all over the indictments, because not only was his friend Damon Jones involved in allegedly in the activities, using info on LeBron to profit and make others money, but funny enough, Clutch Sports came up because Chauncey was wearing a Clutch Sports hoodie when they brought him in.
Oh God!
And people were reading into it.
The face that they used in this this thumbnail is kind of diabolical for Chauncey.
Yeah, that's kind of Terry. And I feel it's funny that every picture I see of Ab Silver makes him look like Dracula.
Yeah,
he's just never beating these allegations. This is a pretty bad one, and it made people bring up those old rumors about potentially the real reason Michael Jordan retired the first time.
Right.
Because like, as you alluded to earlier, the NBA investigated Terry Rozier multiple times
and cleared him.
all wrongdoing. Silver addressed it, saying, "Oh well, we just didn't find the evidence," and apparently the FBI did. So
well, I mean, to be fair, I feel like the FBI has a little more power to find that stuff than the NBA. I'm sure the NBA has good sleuths, but I mean, the NBA, I'm pretty sure, or not, the FBI, I'm pretty sure had like lots of monitoring. So, but still,
this was an ongoing investigation at the NBA. People are seemingly saying it looks like they were covering it up because they didn't want it to be too big of an issue, and that brought up the Michael Jordan thing because for years now people believe that Jordan was actually suspended for gambling. The conspiracy is that he found that Stern approached Jordan and said, "Okay, you can either retire for a couple of years as a 2-year suspension for your gambling, you could say give whatever reason you want, and that'll be that, or we can make this public and you could be banned for life and it would tarnish your legacy. What's it going to be?" And reportedly allegedly Jordan chose the 2-year retirement, and there was smoking involved. There was a lot of smoke there. Jordan obviously was known at the time as a prolific gambler. He owed millions. He paid out millions to some sketchy people. He's been known to go out even before games, hang out all night at casinos or at the bar, drinking, having a good time, gambling on pretty much anything he could. Yeah. So there was definitely we don't know. He reportedly has not was never accused of specifically like throwing games or anything of the sort.
I don't think he has that in him, to be honest with you. I think he's just addicted to the high of the challenge. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
And like I've heard that like golf games with him are like you're just burning hundreds, on every hole. So
that seems more like Jordan is a lot of things. Someone who would lose on purpose is not.
Yeah,
is not. The guy's a psychopath.
It's speaking of Jordan, there's another story that was circulating about him the last few days. Apparently, he was on some talk show. I don't remember which one it was, and he was talking about like something that happened over the summer when he was staying at an Airbnb in the Hamptons. And like the family was there and they wanted him to take a free throw on their like backyard court. And he was talking about how like I haven't shot a basketball in years and I was nervous I was going to miss the shot, and I was like I didn't want to do it, but of course there's kids involved, so I had to do it and I hit it. And like there are a lot of people like calling bullshit on the story.
Yeah.
So like the family tweeted the video of it happening, and it's like it's a pretty cool video actually. Like, the kids they must have known that he was the one that reserved it, obviously, because they're all wearing Jordan jerseys. And he's legitimately like telling a story, and you could see it in his face. He's like, "Oof, I haven't shot a ball in a while." And then he just sinks it, and then after he's like super relieved, he's like, "I did not want to miss a shot in front of those kids." So
the hardest part to believe about the story is that Jordan hasn't shot a ball in a while.
Yeah, but also think about like we were talking about how competitive he is. He didn't want to take a backyard free throw because he didn't want to miss it in front of some kids. Like that just tells you how competitive he is. Even all these years later, even at like what 55, 60, I don't know how old he is.
I'm surprised he didn't take bets on the game on the free throw.
That's fair. Yeah. If I hit it, my stay is free. But yeah, so a prolific, just highly competitive guy. I mean, think about the dream team, right? Like how competitive he was with those guys then. So it's not really a surprise. Wouldn't be a surprise. Well, we know he gambles like a ton, but that guy also bleeds money. So like if you were that competitive and you had that much money, I mean,
true.
I guess
true. Yeah, as long as and Jordan justified it by saying he's not addictive, which to be fair is what addicts say. But yeah, he said he's not penniless. He's not going. He just loves the competitiveness, and yeah, maybe spending $1 million on gambling is a lot to the majority of people, but when you're a billionaire, it's like
I'm pretty sure Michael Jordan makes $1 million like 5 times a day, even still today.
For sure, legitimately a billionaire. Like so,
yeah,
$1 million to him is like $100 to you or me.
Like his grandkids will have generational wealth
for sure. And I don't even think even that. Like I think $1 million to him is probably like $20 to us, or
right.
maybe maybe 20. Not even that, like maybe 20, $15, $10. Like he's like, oh, it's a million. All right. Like we maybe went a little overboard, but it's fine. Like that's a different level. But yeah, I don't think this is going to be the last gambling scandal. With how much incentive there is now with it being legalized, I feel like there's 100% more players and people involved right now that haven't been caught yet.
Yeah,
and I just think that people are going to get smarter, and it's just going to be part of the league. Hopefully, no more referees are involved.
Yeah, I would rather be a player than a ref, to be completely honest with you, because as bad as it sounds, like the way that Rozier was doing it, it's not as bad as like point shaving or something. Like he went out there and faked an injury.
And was that and like it's not like he's a star. Like you can I think the biggest difference is you can take a player out the game if they're ass.
Right.
You can't take a referee out the game,
right?
If he's blowing calls,
right? Yeah, that's why I feel like that goes to the integrity of the game. I mean, sure, I would think Heat fans would be upset because I think it mostly happened with the Heat.
Yeah, I was fucking pissed because
because you don't want to know that one of your guys is going out there and not playing at his best, and that like you can say he's not a superstar, but Terry Rozier is at least a top 7 guy on just about every NBA team, maybe top 8, we'll say.
I'm pissed that the league didn't disclose that he was under investigation before that trade.
Yeah, I don't know if it was before. I didn't follow that aspect of it, but
no, they had.
You should know, yeah, for sure.
I was looking into it earlier, and the NBA knew he was under investigation, and they didn't say shit to the Heat, and they made this trade and got this guy, and he just stunk up the entire team.
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't read that far into it, but I don't know if he knew he was under investigation yet, or if the Hornets knew, because he came from the Hornets, right?
Yeah, I think that's where they got. Yeah, that's where they got him from.
Right. So I don't know who knew what other than the league itself, and if it was just the league office that knew, I feel like maybe there is something there where like the FBI is like, you're not allowed to tell anybody this. So I do agree and understand that if they knew and were able to say something, they should have. But I also feel like you take him, if there's an investigation going on, you take him out,
suspend him,
right. Like you have to, like, unfortunately, and like, I don't know, but they cleared him too. So it's like, I don't know, man, it's wild. And I there's nothing you can do to defend like that. Like you can't do that, Yeah,
he gave the Lakers a title.
Yeah, the Donahue thing I think is way worse, like for sure. Like you cannot, the integrity of the refereeing cannot ever be under question, because that underlies the whole point of the game. You know what I mean?
Yeah, completely cooks it.
And like I said, this, I don't want to, like, again, not making excuses, but like, oh, I'm just gonna hit my under. You know what I mean? Like that is something that's easy to manipulate. And you could do it in a way that really only hurts your team if if you're a good player. So I don't know. Why? But what if like he's like, oh, bet the over. I'm shooting everything. You know.
Oh my god. Oh,
Yeah. So yeah, that's wild.
nah, but I'm personally going to keep tabs on this story because I'm interested to see how it all plays out. I'm sure Chauncey is snitching as we speak.
How about Thiago Splitter, his first year as an assistant coach?
Now he's the head coach.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Fortunately, they're not in. Firstly, there were that many expectations for the team going into the season.
Yeah, but like Chauncey Billups, I like Chauncey Billups. I mean, even though
I was a big, he was one of my favorite players.
I mean, I remember when we drafted him. You know what I mean? Like the Celtics drafted him. He didn't play for us very long, but I liked him when he played for us. And then he was mostly a rival, but like I was rooting for him to do well. By all accounts, he's supposed to know the game really well. That's a young team. I mean, is it a young team? They got Damon Lillard back, and they've got what's his face.
Most of them are young. Scoot Henderson, Kamara, Denny Avdia. They have a pretty young team, part with some veterans mixed in.
Yeah, I don't know, man. All I could say is like the Celtics should have beat the 76ers. They choked.
Should have, could have, would have. Sixers,
you know, for sure. I like Sixers. No, all credit to the Sixers for pulling it off. You know what I mean? Like
Maxi MVP, Edgecombe.
No, I literally tweeted. I literally tweeted that the Sixers should trade Embiid. He slows them down.
He looks washed,
and he looks washed. And honestly, you could convince me he's one of the ones under investigation. Like he looked awful, and I don't know if he's still hurt, but I mean, if he is.
I think the problem is also he didn't spend enough time he's never in shape, honestly. But
right, so that's why you just got to come out from under him if you can, you know, like get anything for him now and just turn the team over to the two kids. And like, I mean, Maxey has always cooked the Celtics. Like I've honestly always been more worried about him in the last few years than I was Embiid. And I don't know why, but Detroit always plays us so hard. And I mean, we weren't beating the Knicks. Like the Knicks, I think are the front runners right now.
Yeah, I think this is going to be a really interesting year. But I just love watching the progress of Maxey. And one announcer made a sad observation. Like you got two guys making like over $100 million that aren't playing in crunch time. Embiid, who's out because he's resting or whatever, and
Paul George,
who's always hurt.
The Sixers, honestly, like nobody's gonna take Paul George at this point, which is a shame because like he was legitimately a great player.
Maybe you can salary dump him to someone like the Jazz. I don't know. There's got to be a way. I think Embiid is probably their best bet to trade. Maybe like George come back and get his value back up.
Yeah, but yeah, I would get rid of Embiid in a heartbeat. Get whatever you can for him, and I don't think you'll notice anything. I don't even think you'll notice he's gone, which is a crazy thing to say because when he's healthy, you know, he is legit. But like, I do feel like he just gets in the way. Like
Drummond was honestly more valuable at most of the last game.
Yeah, but I tweeted that like right away while I was watching the game, and I think the Celtics were up by like 10 at that point, and it was like, dude, just if I were the Sixers, trade Embiid and give the team to Maxey and Edgecombe. You know, like obviously you don't want to overreact to one game, but
or two games now.
Yeah, I mean, well, yeah, I mean, I was commenting on the first game, so like, but like you could just see it in his game, like. There's just guys you can just see it immediately, right?
Mm-hmm.
And like on the Celtics right now, Hugo Gonzalez, the kid we drafted in the first round this year, he hasn't scored a point yet, but that kid plays hard. Like he was giving Jalen Brunson problems on defense. And I'm very intrigued to like just let him play and see what you can get. Like, I mean, Anthony Simon, I didn't really know his game too much in the first half against the Sixers. I thought he was terrible. In the second half, I was like, okay, I get it now, you know.
Yeah,
But like, there's
I was always like Simons. I followed him a little bit on Portland. He's really talented.
But I mean, other than, you know, the Celtics are losing because of Derek White. He's like a brick house right now. And like him and Pritchard and Brown, they're good players, but that's not enough, you know.
Yeah, I'll take this. Who wants to take Gabe's money?
I mean, those Spurs look pretty crazy out west.
Spurs, Wembanyama is an actual alien.
Do you see that like series he had today where he had like 2 blocks and then he just took it down the court and hit a 3 from like the logo?
I didn't watch the highlights yet today, but I was watching. I saw his first. Obviously, I saw him just absolutely just shit all over Dallas and Cooper Flagg and Anthony Davis. But it's just unreal. I was watching him against the Pelicans. Like he blocked like I think he had 6 blocks that game. Like there was one play where Zion would just like try to back him in and just try to muscle him and Wembanyama just blocked him away like he was a little kid. But I think the craziest sequence to me from Wemby I've seen this week, there was just a lot of crazy stuff, but when he crossed over, when he blocked Derek Lively's hook shot. Derek Lively is 7'1".
Yeah.
And he just palms his hook shot out of the air. Then he comes down, hits him with a shake, breaks his ankles with a right to left cross, does a pullback, skips behind the line, hits a 3 in his face and gets fouled and gets the 4-way play like he's Steph Curry. I was like, bro.
Yeah, but I mean, to be fair though, like the Thunder, they definitely legit. Shea hit like we had like 55 in his first game.
Thunder are always going to be in there. Like they're going to be great. But I feel like there's potential out. The Rockets played them pretty close. I think the West is going to be kind of a bloodbath again. It's going to be some competition there. East is going to be really interesting. But we'll get back into
video games
this week because Marvel Rivals had a big content drop. They added the PVE Marvel Zombies mode, and as I predicted, it was a success. Marvel Rivals, even though it's not a mid-season update or the start of a new season, the player count did indeed go up. They just on Steam alone, their numbers went up to near what they had for the debut of season 4, where they revealed Daredevil and Angela for the first time. And I had a lot. I know you didn't play the mode that much, but I played a lot. I played 13 hours actually.
Yeah, I saw. I was there when you like started your stream, and then I was there like in hour 12. But you like mostly ignore my comment, so.
Yep, because I was locked in, and because it's you. But
I always cry a little bit when I see you like read the person after me's comment. I'm like, oh, he's ignoring me.
That part's intentional. But
yeah, I'm aware.
Okay, but I had King Greek keeping me company. Unfortunately, he was driven out of the zombies mode because we decided to try Nightmare 4 after we unlocked it.
Right.
And Nightmare 4 is hilariously unbalanced.
Yeah.
Some were saying it's so unbalanced that it had to be intentional because of the revive system, where you can get revives for the mode. You get 3 for logging in daily, and you can buy them in the store for like, you get like 10 revives for 100 units. But the mode is hilariously, like, comically unbalanced. it is ridiculous. But I still beat it a couple of times, but it's very hard to do so. Most people are not clearing it because it's such a staggering jump from Nightmare 3 to 4, and it's not even just because of like skill or difficulty. It's just the fact that it's designed in a way where everything basically kills you in one hit. Like there's no counter, there's really no counterplay or skill or strategy. It's literally just pick the cheesiest build you can and just spam over and over again, because there's no other way. That's why most people that are clearing it fast are just using Blade, because there's a really OP Blade build you can run.
Yeah.
That takes no brain power to use, and and it's pretty easy to clear, because literally everything. Like if you step in a puddle, you're dead. If a normal grunt touches you, you're dead. It's pretty bad. Like you have to really be locked in and have like the perfect build to make it through Nightmare 4. And not only that, it's buggy as hell.
Like my first game that I played, I just played with 3 randoms, and I didn't really know what I was doing. I was playing Thor, and I'm like, man, why am I not like doing more damage? This is like wild. We made it to the 8th room where the piano is, and like 10 zombies were glitched like in the walls or something. And everybody ended up just leaving. But I figured out after that game why I felt like I was doing no damage. It's because after I like bought my first 3 perks,
you stopped buying them.
I didn't know what to do. And I didn't see where the number was where you could get more, and I didn't know to like refresh. So I was like, I don't know what to do. So I didn't buy anymore. So I was not improving at all. I was literally playing with nothing. And it's amazing what a difference it makes when you just buy your perks.
I feel like people who played the Ultron Battle Matrix mode had a pretty, like me, who had a pretty big advantage going into PVE, the Marvel Zombies mode, because it's extremely similar. Like it literally, they actually, I highlighted this in my video, the literal exact same cards for perks that were in Ultron's Battle Matrix. They just put them over in Marvel Zombies mode. The same exact designs and everything, even some of the same perks, and the system works mostly the same. Like you pick perks, you pick your cards in between rounds, you refresh to roll a fresh set of 3. Only difference is in Ultron Battle Matrix, you got more time to choose. And you could actually sell cards.
Oh, interesting.
To get your resource back. So if you're in a situation where I really want this card and I don't have enough funds, you could just sell one of the ones you already did buy and use that to get something else. But they left that out of this mode. Other than that, it's pretty much the same.
I'll say this. I would have probably made it further because I thought we were doing pretty well. But like every time I made it, all right, so I got to hard, and then Eastwood wanted to play and told us, "Oh, I'll get there so that I could just jump in and you guys can keep going," and then didn't. I just kept having to reset because not everybody had like hard unlocked, so I had to keep going backwards. But you know, I can clear hard pretty easy. Like honestly, I've just been playing Jeff, and I do is like go underwater, and it's mindless. Like I'm like MVP every time. I kill everybody 5-1 because all I'm doing is just going underground. So I don't know if that's viable when you get to those higher difficulties. It sounds like it's not.
Jeff is literally unplayable as soon as you get to Nightmare 4.
Got you. Okay. Well, I did get the Blade Knight skin on one of my rolls, so that is a good reason to play Blade. And while I was grinding mindlessly in Pokemon Legends ZA, I watched season 1 of Marvel Zombies. So now I appreciate
all 4 episodes.
Yeah, but I mean, I finally watched it, and I now appreciate Blade Knight a little bit more.
As you should.
Yeah, he was dope.
I keep rolling past that fucking skin. I had literally everything else almost.
Well, you know what's funny is I was hoping I went one short so I could get one of the penny skins, because I really love that penny skin. I think you will agree I played pretty well as Penny during our ranked run.
I got all the penny stuff. I have Blade's MVP, Blade Knight MVP.
Yeah,
I don't have the fucking skin. Like Like it's so annoying because I do play Blade in the mode too. I play Blade and Thor
Yeah.
mostly.
Yeah. So I normally don't care about like getting these difficulty modes and everything, but I do want to try to finish Nightmare 4 at some point. So
just to get that achievement.
Yeah, just to get all that stuff, you know what I mean? Like, and I think this is very clearly a hit, and they very clearly need to like keep going with stuff like this.
Yeah, we can clear Nightmare 4. All we need to do is do the cheesy Blade strategy.
Yeah, and I can use my Blade Knight skin.
Yeah.
One thing I have over you.
Yeah, the only thing. Yeah, Blade is the cheesiest, literally the cheesiest strategy. You just go Blade, go all red, and just hold down the melee button.
Gotcha.
And that should it scales up pretty crazy because you're just getting your sword is eventually doing a ton of damage. He's moving really fast, but because you can increase attack range, you're at a point. You get to a point where you're attacking from across the map with your sword slashes. So it's so cheesy. But they definitely have to expand on it. Like imagine they do a Marvel Zombies mode where we the other part of the show where they went to Wakanda to fight zombie Thanos.
Yeah, that was a pretty cool scene. Like it was hard to watch that scene though, watching, Rocket just disintegrate.
Yeah,
that was rough. I found Marvel Zombies too cheesy for its own good. The whole cast that lived were just a bunch of jokers, and
Shang-Chi, Aquafina. It's like
I did not love that aspect. I mean, not everything has to be so serious, but when everybody is just a jokey jokester in the apocalypse, it didn't hit the same. I mean, it was like I'd give it like a 6 out of 10. Obviously Blade Knight was not a joker, and
awesome.
That's why I appreciated and liked him so much,
Yeah. I definitely think they should have went with made some different choices with the main cast rather than try to force like these smaller characters who have projects coming up. Like I understand the strategy. They really want to make Shang-Chi happen. I just don't like his characterization, but I love the inclusion of Spider-Man, Blade Knight, of course. The Thor part was really well done. I thought the part was really good.
Yeah, they made him look really good.
Hulk, the Hulk.
Hulk was dope.
That was absolutely insane. I absolutely love that part. Wanda, zombie Wanda, that they really did a good job with her. And I actually did like Kamala. And
yeah, I don't disagree. I mean, I actually thought Ironheart was pretty cool too, and obviously Kate. Like those three, I liked them together, and their humor was more palpable.
Yeah.
But then like, all right, great, we got Red Guardian. Oh, great, we've got Aquafina
and Yelena,
and what's his face? Jim Halpert, Asian Jim.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know. I think that was the one that was too much for me, like including him. Like I understand you're trying to like reference some people, and I don't know, man. I just feel like
they could have.
It was a little goofier than it should have been.
Yeah, they could have done. I think that was part of my issue with the What If Marvel Zombies episode, but yeah, when I saw what the cast was going to be, I was like, I don't know about some of these. Literally the best part of the trailer was Blade Knight and Spider-Man. I was like, okay, that can help carry it. But yeah, they I thought they kind of fumbled a little bit, but otherwise, I enjoyed the show. But yeah, the mode's a lot of fun. I'm definitely looking forward to Rivals adding more. This is temporary, but I can't imagine, especially with the player count spike, that they won't do more of this. This seems to be a very clear response to a lot of fan feedback. People have been asking for PVE, and we're seeing the results. A lot of people are interested in this mode because a lot of people, you know, there was a lot of people who tried Rivals for the first time because, you know, it was this Marvel, it's third person, but you know, they never really played hero shooters before, you know, and many grew to like the hero shooter stuff, but others were like, I'm good on that, and they were just kind of waiting to see if they would add PVE, and they finally did. So now those players have something to come to the game with if they're not interested in doing the 6v6 stuff, or people who are doing the 6v6 stuff that want to break, they can now grind out some PVE as well. So if they keep expanding on this, I think this is going to be really big for the long-term prospects of the game.
Yeah, I definitely completely agree. I really enjoyed it. So
I'm glad it didn't take 3 years to to add it. It was a order. Only literally within the first year, we got the first PVE mode. Season 5, of course, coming up soon. We're expecting to get a little Gambit, little Rogue into the game. They're adding placement matches to ranked, which thank God we should finally have some better match quality in ranked now, and hopefully the announcement of another PVE mode or becoming permanent. I think that would be essential part of season 5. Also, I still want them to bring back the Ultron Battle Matrix as well, because I really enjoyed that. I really enjoyed that mode too. If we get both of those back, I'm pretty much just playing those two.
I think there's a way that they can have it be like a rotating game mode. I don't know if I don't know if that's something that is going to be as loved long term, and to have enough player count, you know, consistently, if it's just always there. If it's something that like, oh, it's here like, you know, once a year, you know, maybe, but we'll see. I mean, maybe there is support for long term. I just thought those matches were so long, and what's beautiful about this is you can get in and out of a match in like 20 minutes, you know. Where those battle matrices for me were like 45-minute commitments.
I love them. It had its own dedicated following. I like the idea of just having more interesting modes like that, because let's be honest, I don't give a fuck about Clone Rumble. Like respectfully, cool. It's cool. It was a cool gimmick, but
Utmost respect.
With the most high respect, I would much rather have a PVE mode and the Battle Matrix be permanent game modes rather than you know, Clone Rumble and Free Battle or whatever.
Yeah, that's fair. I don't play any of those either, so
yeah, I feel like the idea of having other modes is obviously good. It's obviously worked great for Fortnite, but I think the important thing is having the right permanent modes, and I feel like PVE and Battle Matrix are taking a step in that right direction, and I definitely hope they continue to listen to the feedback and expand on that, because I see the vision. Like if they can have like a story mode with cutscenes as well, that could be pretty good. That could be a big seasonal thing. There's a lot of potential. So casual. Rivals has a massive gambling problem. The NBA player as well. He got most of that right. Yeah. What's up, casual? Appreciate you. But yeah, that's not all we had this week. We can do some game reviews. Jay, my understanding is that you played a little indie release called The Outer Worlds 2. Is that what I'm saying?
Yeah, I've been playing. I got to a certain point. I probably played about 6 hours pre-release, early access release,
right?
Because I think right now you can only play if you got like the deluxe edition or something,
right?
The rules were that you could, you know, play the whole game, whatever, but if you were going to stream on release day, that you would have to start a new character.
Right.
So I decided, because the way I recorded my videos, it was terrible. I was just like kind of all over the place doing multiple quests at the same time. I decided I was just going to start over. Then I was like, you know what? Screw it. I'm just going to release the videos as is, no editing, and then just stream, you know?
Cool.
So that's what I ended up doing. I just decided I'm not going to go too far. I'll just focus on Pokemon because I don't do reviews per se anyway.
Right.
But so I'm still on the first planet, but I've got like a ton of game in. And I loved the first game. Like the first game is just such a great game. Obsidian, amazing studio. I love New Vegas. That's what they did, you know, Fallout New Vegas. And this is Fallout New Vegas in space, which is what we thought Starfield would be, Fallout in space, which it is, but I think this I've said this before to you, I think this hits the mark a little bit more. Because it's not as serious. Like it is serious, but like we're in a universe where corporations like rule the world, like all the worlds. And
so our universe.
yeah. But like they put out the military and all that kind of stuff. And I made some really bad choices in my gameplay, and sometimes I think, oh shoot, maybe I should have started over. But there's one big problem that I've had so far, and it's like all your dialogue, all your decisions, they matter. Everybody's gonna like everything is impacted by what you do, the choices you make. And I was in the middle of trying to get to this relay station, and I was with like the main corporation that like runs this planet, and we were fighting together. And then I went in a back door, they went in this door, and I just thought they were a different enemy because it was dark, and I started fighting with them. And before I realized, I was like, oh, no, because all of a sudden it's just saying your reputation dropped. Every time you killed somebody, your reputation dropped. And now my reputation with this company that runs this entire world I'm on is very low. So they attack me on sight, and I don't know how to get back. Okay. And one of my companions worked for that corporation.
Oh boy.
And if I talk to her now, she instantly leaves me for good. And I can never talk to her again. I did her companion quest just fine, and it happened on stream. I had to like reload my save like 4 times to try every dialogue option. And this is the thing that's annoying to me, and it's happened other times in other dialogues. I usually like Mass Effect. You've got your Paragon, you've got your Renegade. Like, you know, you're making the good choice. Yeah. You know you're making the bad choice. And then, you know, there's something that's a little bit in between. In this case, I thought I was making the good choice answers, and turns out they were not. Oh. They were like, they hated that. Everybody hated that popped up on the screen. And I'm like, wait, why? I don't understand. So like, I was just like, I got in this like little rut, and I just desperately need to get off this planet. I did finally find a quest that upped my reputation with the Spacer Auntie's Choice, because it used to be Spacer's Choice. No, I'm debatable. But like, I don't know if once I level up a little bit more and get some other perks, if I can maybe talk to this chick and keep her with me, because I don't want to lose any companions, because I don't know if it'll affect any achievements. Although I looked at the achievements, and the only one I saw that is affected by companions was for all of them to leave you. So maybe that's just inevitable. But I just got this bitch a new arm. Okay, we had to do a very long quest so that she could get healed on her arm, and then it gives you the dialogue option above her head after. And I'm like, oh great, she's gonna be so happy we got her a new arm. She's like, motherfucker, I know you took down that space station and killed all my friends. How could you? I'm like, I didn't mean to, I'm so sorry. She's like, I don't care. Fuck you. I'm out. I'm like, what? And then I tried every option. Every option is just as
how dare she not get on her knees and blow you for giving her a new arm after you murdered all of her friends in cold blood.
They weren't even her friends. She was when I found her. First of all, apparently I could have found her and had her join me before we went to the space station, and I didn't find her until after. And when I find her after, she's like complaining about the company and about how they all abandoned her anyway. So she already hated them, and that was one of the dialogue options. Like, wait, you hated them. None of them even liked you. She's like, it doesn't matter. I still work for the company. I'm still loyal to the company. And I'm like, oh my God. Okay. Well, I also didn't realize that I made a choice for the space station to crash down on the actual city. So like all these people I had talked to about doing quests are all dead. And I'm like, oh, wow, that's wild. But that just goes to tell you like how crazy like the narrative and the story is going to be, you know, like, you know, I always remember the meme of Mass Effect 3 where it's like every decision counts. And then you get to the end and it's like, do you want the blue pill, the red pill, or the green pill? It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
And I don't think that's going to be the case here. But no, I like the companion. She throws you health packs. And like I love companions that do that. Of course, she always does it after I like use my health inhaler and give myself toxicity, but you know. But no, I really think that like this is going to be really great.
Jay's a misogynist, confirmed.
Well, I mean, look, my other guy is I did his quest too, you know, like I don't know. I tried I got her a new arm.
And you thought that made her your property, your health property.
I just didn't think that how does she even know it was me? Like you weren't there, lady. Nobody saw me do this. So I don't know, man.
Word gets around.
But it's crazy. It is crazy like how every decision really truly can matter. And realistically, the easiest way to say it is if you enjoy the Fallout style gameplay, you know, these guys made New Vegas. I believe they made Avowed. I think they made Grounded. They made Knights of the Old Republic 2. Like this is a tried and true studio that, you know, they make quality content. And I think right now it's trending towards like an 8. And I think that's a really good score. It could go higher. You know what I mean? But you know, minor gripes. The gear right now is all the same, but I am on one planet, so who knows? Yeah. But I'm starting to learn some of like the way that you can modify it and stuff like that, and it's really cool. I'm definitely enjoying it. Some cool mechanics, lots of great stuff to do.
Just don't play like Jay and shoot your companions.
Well, they weren't my companions. They just like you couldn't tell who was fighting who. So I thought these were just other enemies coming from another room. But
skill issue.
Well, it was dark. So I think it's a great game. If you have Xbox Game Pass, you can play it on Tuesday. No extra cost. Or you can buy it on, you know, PlayStation 5.
Yes, you could. Oh, you should. Which is where I played Dispatch. Another.
Oh my God, I have such an embarrassing story to tell you.
I can't wait. Another choice-driven game. If you love the Fallout type of games, this is not it. But if you love those Telltale type of story-driven games like Tales from Borderlands, Walking Dead, then you should buy Dispatch immediately. It's made from Ad Hoc. Shout out to them. New indie studio made up of industry veterans, many of them from Telltale, and this is their first game. It's a superhero game called Dispatch, starring Laura Bailey and Breaking Bad's Aaron Paul, and it basically is like an interactive TV show. The animation is spectacular. Like I when I first saw it, I was like, "Oh, this looks like Invincible." The animation is actually better than Invincible. I'm not even bullshitting. It's beautiful animation. Like you forget sometimes that you're actually playing a video game, and you're reminded when you get like a dialogue option or something, but it looks like a high budget television animated show.
And this is in the Invincible world or the Boys world?
And this is a completely original IP.
Oh, okay.
And
I feel like I saw characters that were in both of those.
Is original IP. It's a world of superheroes. Of course, our main character he's basically an Iron Man type. His family has a tradition where it started with his grandfather, where he built his own basically mech suit and used that to fight crime in LA. At normal humans otherwise. And when he died, he passed the torch on to his son, and our main character took over after his father, the previous mech user, was murdered by a superpowered villain. And our story is taken over for him. We actually played the first mission. You start with episode 1 and 2, and the first mission is you're trying to track down your father, this villain who kills your father, and things don't go well, and your suit ends up getting destroyed. But fortunately, you get recruited to work at a dispatch center. In this world, you can get a subscription service where it's like your own kind of personal 911, where if you have any issue, even something as stupid as a balloon stuck in a tree, you can call your agency and they'll send a superhero out to deal with it. And your job as a dispatcher is to pick the right superheroes. In this case, you're actually on a team. You're actually leading a team of former supervillains who are being reformed to be heroes. So you have to rally those personalities and send them out on jobs based on their abilities. And that's like the gameplay part of it. There are also some hacking, but it's mostly the story, choosing dialogue options. And I knew I was going to love this game when I first saw it. And then I saw somebody stream some early gameplay, and I was like, I'm definitely going to love it. And then I played it, I streamed it, shouted them for sending me a copy, and it's immediately one of my favorite games of the year. I think when it's all said and done, it's going to be one of my favorite superhero games of all time. I'm absolutely loving this game. It's right at currently before my favorite story of any superhero game I played was Guardians of the Galaxy, and this so far is trending to be better than Guardians of the Galaxy.
Nice.
The story is incredible. I love it so much.
So I intended on buying it on launch day and streaming it as well. I had a $50 reward zone credit through Best Buy, and I knew that I needed some V-Bucks in Marvel Rivals.
Mm-hmm.
So I went on Best Buy. I'm like, oh, I'm just gonna get a $200 PSN card because I need the $100 on Rivals, because I just buy it the $100 one to get the most you can out of it.
Right.
And I will get dispatch, and then I'll just have some left over for whatever eventually. And I'm getting $50 off, so what does it matter? So I was half paying attention. I went to redeem it. Whatever reason, the place no, never mind. I went to redeem it on PlayStation, and it doesn't say, are you sure, at any point. It just you hit it, and then it said continue. And I was like, oh, did I mess up? So I hit continue, and it went back. So I'm like, did I screw up? So I bought it again, or I went through the process again, and then realized that I had just bought $200 worth of V-Bucks in Marvel Rivals.
Did you take a stupid pill with your breakfast this morning?
Yeah, I just spent all of it on Marvel Rivals. So I had nothing left over to get dispatch, which I could still get, but I was annoyed with myself at that point, so I didn't. I'll use this in Marvel Rivals eventually. But
Guan will be happy at least.
Yeah, so now I've got all this money left over in Marvel Rivals. So yeah, about that. So probably a very favorite story for Sadot.
Yep, old man Jay.
I do kind of feel like I shouldn't have been able to do that though. Like you should have that one prompt with, "Hey, you're about to do this. Are you sure?"
Yeah, they definitely need a boomer filter. So
well, it's just like button press, done, and it didn't show me that your order was complete. It just said circle to continue. So I hit circle and it brought me back to where I was. And I'm like, oh wait, what happened? So I don't know.
Has never happened to me, but
it never happened to me either until it did.
Well, hopefully, I don't become a boomer and have that happen to me.
Well, I mean, I guess it's my fault because I was like multitasking when I did it, and I just thought it would just like say, "Are you sure?" So, also, I hadn't like It's weird with gift cards. Like, you pay taxes on gift cards, and then you pay taxes when you use the gift card. It's weird.
Government overreach as usual.
Yeah.
Taxation of stuff.
Okay, it's only happened once, so like let's not act like this is like some pattern or something. Jesus Christ! Oh, I've never done it. Well, neither had I until 3 days ago.
Hopefully, eventually, because they didn't get my $30 either, but they did get my free promotion because they sent me a copy and I streamed it, and I enjoyed the game so much that I streamed. I finished. It took me I streamed like 2 hours, and finished both episode 1 and 2, and I enjoyed it so much that when I got off stream, I played the episodes again 5 times. Nice. I can't wait. Episode 3, I believe it drops on October 29th. So I will be definitely tapping back in for more. Highly recommend you go out and get Dispatch. It's only $30. They actually did debut as bestseller on Steam. Make sure you're supporting the studio. They definitely deserved it. They did an incredible job, and I hope they continue to cook. Xbox also sent me Ninja Gaiden 4.
Nice.
Something that brings back childhood memories. I was more into those type of games, the Devil May Cry, Ninja Gaiden, all that good stuff. And I was curious about Ninja Gaiden 4. It looked pretty cool, and I streamed that as well. And holy shit, that game is it was fun. It's a difficult game. The difficulty eventually scales up, but my God, is it fun? Like the brutality and cutting people's heads off, all that's good, but the combat, like if you've been craving kind of that really flashy Devil May Cry combat where you're doing like insane combo strings and everything like that look insane, you definitely want to get Ninja Gaiden 4. It's so cool. Even when I was because it got really challenging up against like a certain boss, and it took me like 2 tries to beat him, and even during that phase, it was just like so much fun because you feel like, okay, there's so many options. You have so many cool abilities you can do. Like it's just a matter of picking the right stuff and reacting. And once it clicks, like you just do insane combos. So if you want that like adrenaline rush, you're someone who enjoys challenging action games, you want some combat. The story is pretty simple, pretty straightforward. Nothing too crazy. It is very much kind of like feels like an old school action game where you're mainly there to just fuck up some enemies and do cool shit, which I'm here for. They of course do have a Gooner character for those who are into that into that sort of thing. But mostly this is definitely a game designed for people who just want to cut some heads off and do some cool shit. I definitely recommend it.
Another Game Pass title I can check out.
Absolutely, and rage at because I'm
sure I would rage.
I bet you,
that was one of the things that was kind of holding me back. I did hear it had like a more accessible mode, but we'll see.
It does. So it's not like a Souls game. You can put it on like power fantasy mode and basically do whatever.
That's such a great way to put it. Don't call it easy mode, call it power fantasy mode. Like I enjoy that. You know what I mean? I think that is such a great and non-Sadot way to look at it. Like that is the least Sadot thing I think you've ever said. So other than thanks Xbox.
Yeah. I think also they kind of call it something like in that regard. They don't say just easy or pussy mode like other games do. like some games kind of make you feel like try to make you feel bad like you're an IGN reviewer.
Nah, man.
Like it'll be like
can I play those games? Yes. Do I want to? No, because I don't play games for that reason. I like to be over the top strong. All right, because that's why I play games. I don't play it to be, meek. Play it to be a fucking god. And I heard you say this is how Thor should feel. He's a god.
Exactly. So it's fine. Yeah. They don't do the thing where it's like like got expert mode, extreme blood slaughter mode, and you sit down to P mode. They'll try to make you feel bad. They and of course you can unlock even harder difficulty if you beat the game on the hardest level. But
speaking of peeing, you made me have to. I will be right back.
That's fine. But yeah, I do appreciate you, bro. What? Why? I think the important question, Eastwood, is why do you have a username on Pornhub? like why are you on the hub with the why would you give the hub your email address? What is going on? that we need to address this. That is some down bad shit, right? Like nobody creates an account on the hub, bro. What are you doing? If you're actually signing in on the hub, you've taken a wrong direction. And like that's the thing about jokes, Eastwood. They say all humor has a basis in truth. I definitely believe it. I think Eastwood was making a confession, and he thought he was in a judgment-free zone. You are not. Never create a username on the hub. never get to that point in your life. Just use it in incognito like a normal person. Once you're at a level where you're creating an account, then you're like one step away from becoming a premium member, and that's just a level of degeneracy you don't want to be at. like don't go down that rabbit hole. There's nothing good will come from it. Step away, touch some grass. Ideally, consensually touch a real person. No, we saw the message. we saw it. Wait, what? Greetings from the North American homosexual side. That's definitely not real. That's not a real place. Speaking of, Jay's back.
I've made it through every show for a while now. So
no, you it is impressive. You made it back just in time.
What the fuck is this?
I have no idea.
Don't we have mods for this? Jesus Christ, Eastwood, do your job.
Yeah, Eastwood, do your job. Jesus,
I'm not even a mod, to be honest with you.
Yeah, well, yeah, there's been some lax activity. I just literally just didn't bother to mod anybody else. I could do it, but that was not all we had this past week in gaming. It was quite eventful for the old Xbox. In addition to getting the Outer Worlds and getting Ninja Gaiden, we also had Halo finally coming to the PS5 the way God intended, which is
I'm so happy that like everybody gets to play the games they want to play. Like somebody quote tweeted a tweet of mine earlier today from like 5 years ago, almost 5 years ago, when Phil Spencer was asked about acquiring Bethesda if the games would end up being exclusive. And at the time, I was like, I don't love it, I don't hate it, but this seems like the obvious play. And when you hear him say that, that they're probably going to end up being exclusive at the time, that's what you would expect it to happen. So, like, I didn't think it was a ridiculous take, but then I said, I don't love it, I don't hate it. I have all platforms. And somebody random weirdo today quote tweets it like it's like this big like dunk on me, and I'm like, bro, why are you like searching out like almost 5-year-old tweets that are lukewarm to what you're trying to say at best? Like, you must have been able to dumpster dive for something way better than that.
Clearly not the highest IQ individual.
Yeah, and I'm like, look at my goddamn desk right now. I have Astrobot, Yote, Tsushima, PS5 Pro, which he probably can't afford. Like my desk is full of PlayStation stuff. Like I love Xbox, very big Xbox fan, very clearly. But like I have a Switch over there. I've got it all. I don't worry about where a game comes out. You know what I mean?
I have still killed exactly one member of the OT6.
What? I have the platinum. God damn.
It's bad.
You don't like the game, or you just haven't played it?
I need to lock in.
I got you.
I keep doing side quests.
I have the platinum trophy. But no, this I think has been rumored for a while, and I'm not a big Halo fan. I've said that many times before. I actually don't enjoy Halo at all.
I've never played Halo any point in my entire life. Probably won't play. I don't know if I'll play this one either, but I do understand the significance of this.
Sure, absolutely. And I think this is the way I like what I'm hearing about the next Xbox. I think it's exactly why I got this, ROG Ally thing, and still haven't. I've used it as much now as I did the last time we talked about it.
Yeah.
It sounds like it's going to have a bunch of storefronts on it. You're going to be able to play your Steam games. It sounds like it's going to be expensive.
Extremely.
But it sounds like it's also going to be high powered. You know what I mean? And this Halo, it looks great. And I think I'm excited to see PlayStation players see how average the game actually is. I mean, I think it has a good story and stuff, and I think people will enjoy that aspect of it. It does look gorgeous, but I just feel like I do think this is a good play. This is a really good play. Like they're one of the top 3 publishers on PlayStation right now. Everybody's trying to dunk on them for it, but it's like, no, it's smart. They don't care. They're just going to make their money.
Yeah,
which is another story.
Yeah, that is very, very relevant because turns out money does indeed play as expected a big role in a lot of the decision making from Xbox. We had this come out earlier among all this. Well, first of all, it was a kind of a nothing burger controversy to me about Halo using AI. There was some person that said it was they were using AI. Then it was like, oh, they're not using AI, and then it's kind of a nothing. I think most of these stories are nothing when it comes to AI. You're always going to have people who are just going to overreact to anything AI related, and it's always pretty silly to me. But yeah, hey, but they clarified, yeah, they have AI tools to improve the workflow, but like Photoshop, that has generative. They use that example that has generative fill.
Yep.
In it,
I use that.
Yeah, Jay uses it. Yeah, like AI is just part of. It's just part of. It's always been really part of game development. It's not that big of a deal, but that's not going to obviously stop anyone from crashing out over it or having a meltdown because they think that means that all the games are going to be made in ChatGPT or something stupid. No, like which is not how it works. No. I mean, they're definitely going to be studios, and they're doing it right now, who are looking for ways to cut corners, but like that's not and fire people, but that's not it. But here we got the story from Jason Schreier, which sheds light on a lot of decision making on Xbox, the layoffs, the huge price hikes, the canceled projects. Apparently, it's coming from Big Daddy Microsoft, specifically in this case, Mommy. This is apparently there was in around 2023 there was a mandate sent down from Microsoft that they wanted their games, they wanted Xbox to be hitting 30% margin. This came from reportedly Microsoft Chief Financial Officer Amy Hood, who's been taking over a larger role in the gaming business recently, and this is a 30% profit margin is astronomical. To be clear, it's not. It's hilariously above the industry standard. I think I read something like Nintendo hit a 30% profit margin one time in their entire history. Like they're a 30% profit margin is fucking outrageous, and this kind of, and I think this kind of gets into one of the bigger issues in AAA gaming in general, where you have executives that are in charge and making decisions.
Yep.
And they have no idea what the fuck they're doing.
Yep.
They don't and this is her specialty. Like, she's the chief financial officer. So finances are supposed to be her area of expertise. And any reasonable, educated, qualified person would look at the idea of a standard 30% profit margin for a game publisher and laugh in your fucking face. Yeah. Like, because the basics would be you look at the market, you look at what's standard to get an idea of what's achievable. But unfortunately, what a lot of these executives do to justify their position is they'll just put out some ambitious number that they pull completely out of their ass, and then they put the pressure on all the people beneath them to figure out all the details and make it happen. So because of Amy Hood, Xbox, Phil Spencer, and everyone have been scrambling, trying to desperately, make the number on the bar graph go up, and in order to appease Microsoft executives to get those profit margins in as close to 30% as possible. That means canceling ambitious games, closing studios, laying people off, raising prices. So and that also kind of explains their multi-platform strategy, because an easy way to increase your profits is to just have your games released on more platforms and re-release older games on other platforms. So at least some that good came out of it. But I think going forward, we're probably going to see them either invest more in just cheap games or only reach for games that they think have a decent chance to generate revenue while also having, you know, these more expensive pieces of hardware like the Rogue Ally and the new Xbox console. But I just think this is an unsustainable strategy going forward.
Yeah, and I'm very glad that this got out. You know, because it's embarrassing for Microsoft. Like,
Yeah.
I don't. Obviously, people are gonna, you know, point the finger at Xbox a little too, but like everything makes way more sense now because like when it was happening, you're like, wait, why are they doing this? This doesn't. I don't understand. And now you do, because like the people above them that they can't control, like, you know, Sarah and Phil, you know, I feel like, you know, we're on first name basis at this point.
Yeah.
You know, like they can control things at a certain level, but when someone above them is like, no, they got to figure it out. And I mean, it's kind of wild to think about that, you know, like I think they're doing the best they can. I do like I understand why people are like, oh, why would you get an Xbox? I'm like, because you like Xbox. Like you like playing on that platform, and that's why you would get one. And I think their focus on just getting games to people and letting them play them is great. And I think that is the utopia that I want gaming to be in. Is I want to play Pokemon on my Xbox, you know, and I want people to play Pokemon on their PlayStation. But like you can't. You have to like play it on the Nintendo Switch. And I think that one is the one that is, granted, like Nintendo has such a different you know, suite of games and franchises that like it makes sense that, you know, for people that like that would get a Switch. But like I really feel like their strategy with the next box is good, and it's like probably the only one they can have, because it's going to bridge the gap between a PC player and a console player,
Right.
you know. And like having Steam, like I can tell you the first thing I did on the Rogue Ally is I downloaded Steam, you know. And it's like, okay, I have this Xbox you know, like AI UI and everything, and I could just access my Steam library, and I've just tons of games on Steam, you know what I mean? And a lot of those games are cheap, and I just feel like that is a good move for them. But Microsoft, Big Daddy Microsoft at the top saying, oh, by the way, you also have to make a ton of money. Like that, that's a nice little fantasy land to live in. Okay. And Microsoft in general is really struggling right now. You've heard me bitching about Windows 11.
Yeah.
Like, lots of AI slop being thrown at everything. And I think that bubble is starting to burst a little bit.
Yeah. Oh yeah. In a lot of cases it is, because while it's definitely the future, I feel like a lot of companies overreacted and thought it was more like Microsoft firing 9,000 people to make room for an AI infrastructure. Yeah, it may pay off in the future, but in the short term, it's not, because the tech isn't there yet for most people.
Right. Like you got Copilot on everything now. Like I'll tell you another thing that like drove me nuts. I was wondering why things were running so slow. Apparently one of the things I clicked through, like it moved, and I guess this was on Windows 10 as an option too. Like they tried moving my dashboard to OneDrive. And I'm like, motherfucker, no, I just want to put stuff in OneDrive to like get from place to place. You know, I don't need that like for my desktop and run all my stuff from it. You know, somebody having a seizure over there.
Yeah, I have no idea what that is.
Put them in timeout.
Yeah, sitting on your keyboard.
Yeah. So I don't know, man. It's very disappointing, and I have a feeling that actually didn't their like stock go up?
there was a time where it did go up. I don't know what the recent announcement, but
yeah,
I do think I'm definitely glad Jason Schreier put this out there because
right.
more people are going to be able to see more now because it's probably out of the board. I'm sure there are a lot of people internally that were like, oh, this is a fucking stupid idea.
Right.
And now that it's public, they're going to see everyone reacting, but like and saying and pointing out how it's such a stupid fucking idea that doesn't make any sense at all. And it's going to make and is definitely going to put pressure on Microsoft now and more of a target on them and for hopefully force them to reevaluate a few things because this is silly. Like, like this is absolutely ridiculous. Like why are we doing it? Like why are we doing this? Like there's so much in gaming that just gets ruined by executives that don't understand the market, don't understand gamers, and this is just unfortunately the latest example of it. I mean, obviously Xbox had problems before 2023 and with their gaming output, but this definitely did not help matters at all because even then they were still making good money. It's just that they were just having a trouble producing games and their Game Pass gamble of being the new Netflix didn't quite work out the way they intended to. They plateaued with their subscriber count, and now have had to kind of figure out a way out of it. But this was definitely disappointing. But I am going to be curious about that new Xbox console. It's definitely something I'm interested in because I do want to play Steam games. I don't want to buy a $20,000 PC to do it.
Right, and that's why I got the ROG Ally, and I do kind of I somewhat regret maybe if I had known that they were going to just release a console that had that, I might not have gotten this.
I'm surprised you didn't know.
I don't go to game leaks and rumors as much as I probably should.
Okay.
Also, I'm realizing with all these Jason Schreier articles, he must have left Twitter. And I don't Blue Sky. I don't Threads. I'm on Twitter. Like I can't deal with it.
To be fair, a lot of people don't Blue Sky either.
Yeah, but like I feel like that's like he seems like the type of person that's on Blue Sky now instead.
Yeah, he's definitely a Blue Skyer.
And I just and listen, I've met Jason Schreier, great dude. I really respect him a lot. I don't care if that's his choice, that's his choice. I'm just noticing. I've actually noticed that Twitter has been like pretty fucking dead lately in general. So I feel like sometimes you're like tweeting into the ether and there's like nobody there. Although then randomly you'll have a tweet like this one that I have that's like going crazy.
Dead internet theory, Jay.
Yeah, it's weird. I feel like because I see it like I'll have tweets. I'm like, oh, this, I think people will really care about this. And then it's like, oh, you have 3 likes, and which is fine, whatever. I don't care. But also like 200 views, which means that like 15 people scrolled by it a couple times, which is weird. It's really weird. But like I tweeted earlier, I guess I'll share a screen real quick. This is like a running joke on my channel that people, that follow me know about. 8 years since I personally all by myself got Darkhawk added to Lego Marvel Superheroes 2. You're welcome. Little known fact, I also did all his dialogue, real ones know. So like, I somehow has 115 likes in the last couple hours, and I got to hit somebody with a "you had to be there." But no, the context is that I always had Darkhawk as like one of my number one most wanted in all my most wanted videos. But I did also send this to Arthur Parsons and Phil Ring, not the picture. Like literally, I sent them a Darkhawk action figure when they were like doing stuff for Lego Marvel Superheroes 2. And when I actually talked to Arthur at New York Comic Con last year, he told me he actually has it still in the box at home in like on one of his like trophy shelf kind of things.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, so I was like, oh, that's actually kind of cool. So While we're sharing my screen, actually, I think I have to stop it and start it again. This was a very interesting week of being featured in company videos.
Oh.
So let's pull this one. Did you celebrate Fallout Day?
I most certainly did not.
Yeah. So I celebrated Fallout Day.
Shout out to Cammy though.
Oh my god, why does this never want to share my screen?
Yeah, it's not just you now, Jay. Since they made the update, it's been little glitchy.
Okay, well, why the fuck won't it share my goddamn screen?
I have to share twice now.
What?
I have to share twice now to get it to work.
It says browser can't access your screen. Try capturing a different screen.
I don't get that error message though. That's a J issue. The future plan for Xbox games is hopefully to not release any, not have any more high profile games get canceled. Interesting games get canceled. I would hope, but strategy seems pretty straightforward. Keep putting games on all platforms. Keep putting, keep doing Game Pass for now. Definitely sure I'm taking Call of Duty off of Game Pass. Imagine for next year, and we'll see how successful they are with their next console, which is going to be that PC hybrid.
I don't understand. It just will not fucking share my screen. This is really annoying.
Might be a skill issue or a Windows issue.
No, it did this on Windows 10 too. It's definitely not a skill issue. You're clicking buttons. You're share screen. There's no skill involved in that. Media. Hold on. So, all right, let's try the Twitter. Let's try sharing a Chrome tab. Is that what you usually do?
I always use Chrome exclusively.
All right, let's do this. All right, there we go. So here's Todd Howard on Fallout Day.
Thank you again for tuning in, and happy Fallout Day.
Happy Fallout Day!
Hey, I recognize that guy.
Hey guys, I'm John Carpenter.
Hey,
Thank you again for tuning.
So you go from Todd Howard to me and a bunch of other people, the Iron Lords podcast, those guys are great, to the devs, to hi, I'm John Carpenter. What a drop down in talent.
What a transition
across the board. And then also let's go to my Twitter real quick since we're here.
How's Todd Howard so young? He drinks unicorn blood like Voldemort.
I can do thingy attacks? Oh my god, that was sick.
Oh, it's a backdash.
You can grab them, and then you can toss them and they bounce off the wall and you can continue your combo.
Oh, that was sick. Look at the bottom right.
That was sick. Oh, what is that? Dude, that was so sick.
Jake. So
you can just freeze.
From what I understand, Jay thinks Cosmic Invasion is pretty sick.
It is in fact pretty sick. So they had a sick counter going for me. So in 1 week, actually in back-to-back days, I was on a Marvel Cosmic Invasion tweet and in a Fallout tweet. So I do think that was pretty sick.
Yeah, I think the sickest part is that you're getting a game code for Cosmic Invasion out of this.
Yeah. They said they would. I'm gonna buy whatever they give me. So if they give me Xbox, I'll buy it on PlayStation. I think it's cross-platform too. So, but I'm just gonna buy it on both. Have it on both.
It's on pretty much everything.
Yeah.
I think it's on everything except Google Stadia.
Well, yeah. Yeah, so that was pretty cool, not gonna lie. I mean,
I think Kim Kardashian is the perfect description for JayShockblast in his achievements this week. that That's a big deal. I mean, we're used to Jay being a celebrity, showing up at places.
I knew the Fallout Day thing was going to happen because obviously I said Happy Fallout Day in front of a camera, but I forgot about it, to be honest. And then like people are tagging me in tweets, and I'm like, oh yeah, that happened. That's right. That's today. Oh, cool. I did that thing, and I obviously knew that the tribute games thing was going to happen because they emailed me and asked my permission. I'm like, hell yeah. Do people say no? Probably. They probably want to get paid.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, I'm sure there's like a couple people like, sure, for $500.
But they also tagged me in like they had like a video with like all the creators that were in it.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh sweet.
Yeah.
And people were tagging me in that too. So that was cool. But it was also on Instagram and TikTok and Facebook, and
right. So
that was cool. I appreciated that.
So I saw another tweet you were interacted with.
God.
This wasn't bad.
Okay.
You're safe for now, though. This was a response to the Jeff Keighley Game Awards tweet asking what would be your ideal game announcement at the Game Awards, which is of course coming up. And our good friend Caboose said Batman Beyond Arkham.
That'd be pretty cool.
And Jay had a just a very articulate and brilliant response to that. But now my choice was a Justice League game where you play as the Justice League instead of killing them. What would JayShockblast's ideal game announcement be at the Game Awards this year?
I think I quote tweeted that tweet and I said Batman Ninja, obviously, for the
besides Batman Ninja.
Yeah, I mean, I just want Knights of the Old Republic to finally happen, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
That would be just amazing. I would love to see more of that Snake Eyes game. Jason, I don't get it.
Jason Statham and Pam Grier.
Oh, is that because like they were in a John Carpenter movie of some sort?
Possibly. No, I think those are great choices. I think those are actually. I do think it's possible we get Knights of the Republic. That game is officially not dead yet. Saber did say they were working on it.
Well, I would love for that game to really happen, like for better or worse, even if it's like mid. I would love to play it again on a more modern style.
I want that for you, CJ.
Other than that, like if you wanted me to pick something like just kind of like a dream, I would like to see them announce I want a new Transformers game.
Ooh.
I feel like it's been a long time. We were supposed to get that really cool one, and that's obviously gone. I would love a new Transformers game. I really would love to see more of that Snake Eyes game that was supposed to happen.
Yeah, I saw they have released some screenshots of it. It looked pretty cool.
I would love a Boba Fett game, or something Star Wars that is classic characters, like somebody that's like established, not like another. Oh, here, meet Cal Kestis, which we love Cal, or Shay. What the hell is her name? I already forgot Outlaw's character.
K-Vest.
K-Vest. There we go. I liked her. Very forgettable.
I wouldn't compare the two. Cal is a Jedi and he's awesome.
Cal is way better, obviously. I liked Outlaws. It wasn't, but I would really like to see like a game based on a character we already know and love, and not. I know that so many great characters have come from the video games, but there haven't been enough of characters we already know and love. I always think back to Star Wars 1313, which was announced at E3 one year, and actually the tech for that game was so impactful that it affected Lucasfilm's animation for years to come. Starkiller is a great character as well that we've gotten. Darth Revan, literally my favorite Star Wars character, is a video game character. But like, give me a Boba Fett game. I mean, or give me a Luke Skywalker game, or give me a Han Solo game. Give me like an actual character. There was going to be a Mandalorian game. I would have settled for that too. Like, give me an actual iconic Star Wars character and play a story as them. You know what I mean?
I feel like Outlaws should have been a Mandalorian game.
Yeah. No, because it's more of a Han Solo type thing, So maybe a Lando Calrissian game,
I meant more so because when we first heard that Ubisoft had one in development, like we were hearing whispers like, oh, it's a huge open world. It's gonna be on multiple planets, and I'm like, oh, that would be a great setup for a Mandalorian or Boba Fett type of game, and with the way they designed the world, I think that was a missed opportunity because an actual game where you're playing as a Mandalorian would have been so good with the way they designed those worlds, going from planet to planets, taking jobs. Like the worlds felt really lived in. Like there was a lot of potential there for I feel like a better game.
Yeah, I just feel like there's a lot of characters that people would really love to just play as, like in a full blown story. You know what I mean?
Darth Vader.
Yeah, I mean, even I think it's harder to do like an older character, like, or a darker character like that. But
I think you could definitely do because Darth Vader has so many stories from in between the events of Revenge of the Sith and New Hope. Like you could definitely have some really badass. I think we need more villain games. Fuck all this hero shit. We've done that. Like let's have. Why not have a few games where you're playing as someone who's not your run of the mill hero? Why not? We've had games where you got like a morality system, like your Infamous or your Prototypes. Let's just have a straight up game where you can be a villain or some villains. Why not give us a Deathstroke game? Why not give us a Darth Vader game? Let's explore that a little. Explore that a little bit. Why not?
Yeah, there's definitely a lot. There's so many stories out there, but like even if you're going to use like maybe like a lesser character, like maybe an After Order 66 Star Wars game, there's this awesome Jedi named Quinlan Voss, who is established. Deep Star Wars nerds know him, but he's known as the Jedi with a gun. Before I think Ezra might have had a gun on his saber at some point after, but like he's such a cool looking Jedi, and he's one of the few that survived Order 66. I know we kind of did that a little bit with Cal Kestis, but like he would be a cool one to focus on. But seriously, you're right. Like, well, we did get to play as Deathstroke in Suicide Squad, Kill the Justice League,
and that was like pretty much the highlight of the entire game.
yeah, but I agree. Like, it would be interesting to see a game as Darth Vader. You know what I mean? Where you're like running around just like murdering people. That would be I would love to see somebody do a take on that. And I don't know how it would work, but it would be interesting. But yeah, like when Quinlan Voss had the gun, not many Jedi had them. So like obviously Cal adding it later on, and I mean Dr. Doom would certainly be interesting. But yeah, I feel like there are definitely some characters that could get their own game that would be really fun. So yeah, I don't know. There's a lot of options, but I mean, Knights of the Old Republic, I just feel like that's the one for me. I need it to be real eventually.
Yeah, for me, like because I know there's going to be a lot of cool Marvel stuff coming up already. I just feel like I'm definitely expecting Rise of Hydra to show up there. Maybe we get something. Maybe there's an off chance we get something on the Iron Man game, but I really want to see something from DC that's not fucking Batman. Like
I feel like the fans have backed him in a corner though, because like the last 2 games they did that weren't fucking Batman, they went bat shit over and said, "Why isn't it Batman?" So it's like,
but
fuck?
those games failed for reasons other than Batman.
Maybe that's probably
Definitely.
completely fair, but like there is such a huge segment that didn't even give it a chance.
And it
Like,
and it wouldn't matter because
objectively, Gotham Knights I think was fine. Suicide Squad had too many issues.
well, that was the problem.
That's
Gotham Knights was fine and it sold fine, but it shot itself in the foot before launch in a lot of cases. People were willing to give it a try, but it obviously had a ton of development problems stemming from David Haddad and his very stupid executive leadership trying to force stupid decisions on the studio in pursuit of profit, and they messed up the development cycle. Of course, they ended up, canceling the PS4 port of Gotham Knights 5 months before launch, which lost them a lot more players than Batman fans did. And of course, there were technical issues. They didn't have 60 FPS. The game also didn't run that well at launch. So there were a lot of contributing factors to that. But James Gunn did say they had a lot of plans, and I don't know how the potential sale of WB is going to be affected there, because that was another big thing that was confirmed. They are entertaining offers for a buyout of the entire company.
Yeah, I'm just hoping, like, because honestly, WB is one of the games I'm most connected to. I'm just hoping that everybody that I know that works with them is able to, continue and do well. To be clear, Gio, they didn't kill Batman because Kevin Conroy died. Kevin Conroy signed up knowing, and they didn't kill Batman, by the way.
Yeah, Batman. None of the Justice League died. Like, to be clear,
except Wonder Woman.
Yeah, except for Wonder Woman.
Yeah, but that had nothing to do with it. Like, by all accounts, Kevin Conroy loved participating in that game.
People who have no idea what the fuck they're talking about kept saying, "Oh, Kevin Conroy, they ruined it. They ruined his legacy. He's a villain." He also literally played evil Batman in the CW. like Kevin Conroy openly said that he was bored playing like the same Batman. He was more interested in exploring some Batman stories where he wasn't like just the good guy.
Yeah. Well, I mean, obviously Rocksteady is going to be making a Batman game, but I agree with you. I do hope that WB Montreal is not.
Yeah. They have a live service DC game in development, and I pray it's nothing to do with Batman. We have the next DC project launching is Legacy of the Dark Knight, a Batman game. We have, of course, Rocksteady doing their Batman game. We have a sequel to Batman Arkham Shadow in development.
I'm not gonna lie, the biggest thing in comics right now is fucking Batman. Batman is the number one selling comic by a very large margin right now.
Yeah, and by all means, continue to make Batman, but because that was the other issue. Not only did they make too much Batman, they went literally almost a decade in between Batman games. Like DC, Warner Brothers needs to be producing consistent DC games. You definitely do your Batman because he's very popular. He's going to continue to be popular, but do other characters. So and James Gunn, fortunately got that started, but unfortunately it's going to be a while before we see a lot of it. I think the next release, I think the next reveal we'll probably see is for Injustice 3.
Hopefully, yeah, that'd be great.
Yeah, outside of that, it'll probably be a while before James Gunn said it will be a couple years before he reveals the DCU game that they have, assuming that still happens after the sale. And we don't know how long it'll be before the live service game for WB Games Montreal gets revealed. But I'm hoping it's definitely an ensemble game. Like, I would love a Teen Titans game personally. If they want to go that route, I would not be opposed to that in the slightest. Especially if we have a Superboy on the roster, I think that would be pretty lit. Open world Teen Titans co-op game where you could be Superboy, you could be Raven, Robin, Cyborg. I think that'll be lit.
Yeah, I could get behind that. It's not like my first pick. I mean, obviously, I think we'd all rather just play as the Justice League, but
absolutely.
But like outside of that, I would love a Green Lantern game. That would be really cool.
100% Green Lantern. There are so many ways you could have a great Green Lantern game. I definitely think they should explore that. World's Finest would be an awesome game as well if they want to adapt that. I think that would be lit. It would still give Batman fans something, but also,
what if they did a Wonder Woman game?
Yeah, that would be silly. Come on, that would never happen. Still hurts, but yeah, maybe someday in the future, deep into the future.
I hate to break it to you.
So who's going to tell them?
It's happening. I don't understand like why anybody cares. I genuinely do not understand this mentality of like, why do you care if somebody is able to play a game on PlayStation? Why do you care if somebody is able to play a game on PC or Xbox? Like, what does it matter?
I think it comes down to like a kind of a societal issue we've seen. Like with online spaces, we've seen a lot of people develop parasocial relationships with people that most commonly streamers and content creators, but also corporations. Like the whole console war is based on a section of gamers having unhealthy parasocial relationships with PlayStation and Xbox.
Like there's some people that I met a couple year at PAX East that do a podcast, and I like if they're live, sometimes I'll jump in and watch them, and they are massive Xbox heads. Like they've spent a lot of time shitting all over Ghost of Tsushima or Yote, and I don't understand it. Like I don't like, why are you? First of all, the game sold great. Like it sold just fine. I believe it. Like I think it only was available for like 3 days in September.
Yeah,
and it sold like through the roof. And it was like, I think it was like the #1 selling game of the month, even off just 3 days for PlayStation. That's crazy.
It's doing very well for them.
Yeah, and I don't understand like the bashing of the game. Like, all right, so take the actor side. All right,
the culture war grifters.
Throw that out the window. Okay, like it's a gorgeous game. Like I saw your tweet about like Red Dead Redemption 2. Like you're comparing one of the generational games of generations to Ghost of Yote. That's nothing but a compliment.
Yeah,
I don't get it.
Especially since the budget of Red Dead Redemption 2 was $500 million, and Yote's was 60 to 80 million.
Yeah, and I that's like objectively, like yeah, like they were able to push the boundaries. I don't. So that's the thing, Divine Man. I don't think PlayStation owes Xbox shit. No. Right? Like Xbox is making a decision to make money. Like they are one of PlayStation's top 3 publishers. They are making a lot of money selling games on PlayStation,
and that's why they announced that Halo is coming to PlayStation, because they want to continue making that money, which you weren't here for, but we covered all this already. Not only is Halo on PlayStation, but Microsoft had sent down a mandate to Xbox that they have to hit a 30% profit margin. So that put pressure on Xbox to do whatever they could to make as much money as possible, which includes putting their games on other platforms.
Yeah, I just there is a point to being part of Xbox. If you like playing games on Xbox, you keep playing games on Xbox. What changes for you? Like, what changes for you? Nothing. Yeah, like you lose access. Okay, so not having a PlayStation, you lose access to what, like a small handful of games for now. Like who knows? Maybe at some point we will get those games crossing over, to Xbox, especially when you consider the fact that an Xbox is going to be more like a PC. So the games are going to be designed to like be very close to the PC version of the game, I would imagine. And that would be, if you're already porting the game to PC, you're going to be able to play it on the next Xbox anyway. So
Yeah.
I don't know, man. Look, you've got my PS5 Pro, my Xbox, and my Switch. I understand not everybody is going to do that, but like, if I want to play a game, I want to play a game, and I don't need to worry about anything in between.
I always find it weird how obsessed some people are with what other people are playing. Like if you are a fan of Xbox and you want to continue owning an Xbox and playing games on Xbox, like who gives a shit if people on PlayStation have access to it? I thought it was weird when people were like when Spider-Man PS4 first announced that they were doing a PC port. I'm like, I saw there was some PlayStation fans that were mad. I'm like, why? Like, why do you fucking care? The game came out like 5 years ago. Like they're like, why do you give a shit that that is coming to PC? You already bought it. You already played it. Now other people are going to play it. Who cares?
There are legitimately people that get mad when PlayStation releases games on PC, and it makes no sense to me. Like, it makes no sense, especially when it's not even like day and date. You know what I mean? Yeah, why do you care?
Yeah, the exclusivity thing is a business strategy for the company. It has nothing to do with you. Like if you bought a PlayStation, it's because you wanted access to those games. If you had a gaming PC, it wouldn't have fucking mattered because you can play whatever. You can play whatever you want. This is coming from people who don't own gaming PCs. They only play on PlayStation. So it doesn't affect you at all that PlayStation is going to be porting some of the games over to PC. It just means other people are going to have access to the same game that you've already been playing for like a year or two. Like it doesn't affect you. Like people get so weird with this parasocial behavior and their allegiance to these billion-dollar corporations. Like they don't care. Like you're not part of the team. You're a consumer. Buy the product and shut the fuck up. Like it's not that complicated. Like if you want to complain about the quality of something, yeah, for sure. If it's going to affect your ability to play games, but all Xbox is doing is just putting their games on other platforms. Like it's not like they're not making games anymore. Like yeah, if you want, they're still making another piece of hardware. Like they dropped the Rogue Ally, so you're still getting more hardware. So if you want to, and now that hardware is going to have even better functionality because it's going to have the Steam access. So you're still getting more Xbox stuff. Like just take it and be happy if you're an Xbox fan. Like I don't understand.
Yeah, I don't understand. If people like Xbox, they should be able to play Xbox. What is it? I don't get it. It's not changing anything that you're doing.
If you want, and if you want to play God of War, I before I would say just get a PS5. Now just get a fucking ROG Ally and buy it on Steam. Like and play God of War on your Xbox handheld. What are we talking about now?
Right. Like think about it. Like when the new Xbox comes out, if it's basically the ROG Ally but on steroids and a console, like you can literally play God of War on your Xbox. You can literally play
Spider-Man.
Ghost of Tsushima and Spider-Man. Like all those games
Wolverine
will be playable on Xbox. You know what I mean? And at some point, I feel like at some point, like wasn't one of the PlayStation like their first party titles day and date on PC this year?
They've done it for live service games.
Yeah,
they haven't done it for their first party single player games yet.
Gotcha. Okay, so I mean, maybe you wait a year, but like you have console, like Final Fantasy VII is finally coming to Xbox. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
Helldivers 2 went to Xbox.
Right. So we're starting to see it. Well, I mean, Final Fantasy VII, to be fair, is Square Enix, but they had an exclusivity deal with PlayStation, timed exclusivity. So like I prefer the way the Xbox works over PlayStation. I will say PS5 is a lot better than PS4. I PS5 definitely bridged the gap for me a little bit. Okay. I hated PS3. All right. Hated it. PS4 was okay. Didn't like love it, but PS5 certainly my favorite PlayStation probably ever, you know. And I had PS1, PS2, and those were the only consoles I had. Actually, it looks like PlayStation 2 released 25 years ago today.
Wow.
Like I do think the PS5 is definitely like they definitely hit their stride a little bit. Which is a weird thing to say since you know PS4 sold so well, but there's aspects of it that I just have never enjoyed, especially like streamer related stuff that has always been awkward. But I hated PS3, I really did. I thought it was terrible.
I only really messed with the 360 when it came to Xbox.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't even have I've never owned the original Xbox. You know, I knew about it before it was coming out. I had an ex that worked at their PR company. I lived with her out in Seattle. Like she brought stuff about Halo home all the time, and I think that might have been why I was not an Xbox fan when it finally came out.
Yeah.
You know, that'll happen, but you know, I don't know. I just love. I've grown. I got the Xbox 360 on accident. You know, I originally was waiting for the PS3, but they delayed it, and I just bought an Xbox 360 one day because I had the money to do it. Madden was coming out, and I said, "Screw it, let's just get it." And I never looked back because I always loved their system, the way that their whole ecosystem worked, the way that their menu system worked. I grew to love it. Achievements, you know, I do think the platinum trophy though is pretty cool, but I just that's why there should be an Xbox, because there are a lot of people like me that just like the platform and enjoy the way it works. We love our gamer score. We love what we've built over all this time. And I think that's why there's always going to be a place for it. And I think there's going to always be a place where, like, maybe there are third parties making Xboxes. You know what I mean? Maybe you're going to have the Razer Xbox Series 47. You know what I mean? Like, some company is going to make a third use because it's just going to be hardware. You're building, like, it's the same thing as graphics cards, right? You've got, okay, there's the 5080, 5090 that's out, but are you getting this one? Are you going to get that one? Like, there's different companies that make it. So I don't know, man. It just seems silly to like worry about that stuff. Like, if you like your PlayStation, then enjoy it, you know, and play the games that come. Keep waiting for Xbox to release them for you.
Yep. And
got you to say yup to that.
Yeah. I as much as I thought Forza was ass at launch on the PS5, I definitely enjoy having more games to inflate my Sony library, because God knows I wouldn't have much if I owned an Xbox, because I legitimately just did not give a fuck about any other games they were showing for the most part.
And that's fair. Like, I'm gonna be honest with you. I think Xbox One and PS4, the exclusives that were on both consoles were not great. Like, it wasn't like this massive for me. They were like the exclusives never really, none of them mattered on either platform. Okay, like there was, all right, so there's like Ghost of Tsushima and Spider-Man, like, were outliers, you know. Like, every other game I played was multi-platform.
God of War.
God of War is not, I'm not a fan of it. I didn't like it's a good game. I'm not like saying anything negative about it. I just couldn't get through it because it just was it didn't do it for me. And keeping in mind, I'm saying I've never been a Halo fan, never glossed the Halo, right? So, and that would be a thing that most Xbox people do. I don't care. And Gears of War 2, never been a big fan. So
I've never, I played a little of Gears. Yeah, the re-release, the combat didn't do it for me, but the story seemed okay. Yeah,
like, the story is cool, but like, I honestly, I I've tried so many times over the years to like the Halo gameplay system, but I just hate it. Like their multiplayer, I think is trash. But people love it. I don't get it.
I think Master Chief looks cool.
Sure.
The music is obviously godly, but
yeah,
I just never was interested in playing Halo and continue to not be interested in play Halo. But I'm glad that it's finally coming to PlayStation, and I'm hoping that
indisputable
that Fable ends up being good. Because that's literally the only reason I was even considering getting an Xbox Series, because I want a new Fable game. If I did get a Series X, I pretty much would just be playing Fable 2 right now.
And that's fair. Like Game Pass price increase aside, but which obviously now makes more sense too. But like Game Pass at its like last price has been awesome for me. Like, because like there are so many great games on Game Pass, and it's even now with the new price, I'm fine with it because it's just basically making me not have to pay for Fortnite 2. You know what I mean? Like it's just rolling that in for me. Thanks. Makes it easier one place. But I just feel like Game Pass is pretty great, and there's a lot of really cool games on there. Like there's that the Tower game has been getting huge reviews this week. I haven't checked it out, but like even like when I was trying to get my gamer score to 200,000, I like Googled Game Pass games that are easy to 100%, and I found a few cool little games that were actually really cool, that I actually enjoyed more than I thought I would. Also were easy, quick achievements.
Were any of them sick?
Sick? No, none of them were sick. No, did not add to the sick counter. There was like a Firewatch, which I think is on PlayStation as well. And I actually considered maybe getting it on PlayStation just to get an easy platinum. But then I was like, the game was cool and interesting, but I don't know if I would want to play it again.
I am considering Microsoft Flight Sim for PS5.
I wanted to love that. So listen, that's a special game because like my dad, that was his game. Like I used to watch him play it on his Tandy 1000 PC all the time. My dad was an air traffic controller in the Marines, and I wish he could have seen the new one. I guarantee I would have probably bought him an Xbox just to play it, and I know he would have. But I'm also really bad at it because I couldn't fly the planes. But like
Johnny Rocker loves that type of shit. So
I also feel like it's one of those games where you get the big like steering wheel thing and the throttles, and you know, I wanted to play that game so bad, and there was a learning curve that I wasn't willing to invest in. So
that makes sense.
Yeah.
Jay hates investing.
No, I just didn't know if it was something that was going to be I could make content around, number one. Number two, I didn't know if I would play it long term. So I was like, ooh, there's a lot that goes into this, and I just don't know if I want to do that, you know.
Fair enough. I think the future though looks interesting, at least for gaming. Hopefully this leak improves the prospects over at Xbox, and I'm very curious what the PS6 and the new Xbox are going to be priced at. I'm hearing the PS6, according to leaks, is like going to be about $500, and
I don't know how you could do that though after you just put out the PS5 Pro for $750.
Yeah. My understanding is that there's going to, from what I've heard, it's going to be cheaper than the Pro.
That's going to be a tough pill to swallow for Pro owners.
I am a Pro owner, so
yeah,
it's definitely going to be awkward.
Yeah, like you just ask people to buy, because not only that, but you're undercutting any resale value. Like you're gonna get like nothing out of it, you know.
I'm wondering how that's going to shake out, but I'm just hoping at least the PS6 is like justifiably good. Like Xbox has a unique selling proposition that I'm interested in personally, unless it's priced at like $2,000, in which case kiss my ass.
I feel like I've heard rumors of around 1,200.
Yes, that's going to be
It's good. It's gonna be tough, but
that's
also tax write off.
That's going to be a note for me, dog.
I mean, I'm a day oneer on that, no matter what.
Unless they want to send me one to try to convert this Sony pony to Xbox.
I just don't think they care, Divine. Like, I just don't. Like, they want to sell as many copies of Halo as they can. You know, I don't think it changes anything at all.
It's not even a new Halo game. Like it's not
right.
And anyway, like they've been releasing games day one on PS5. Like this not a new development. They don't care. They've seen the numbers. Right. It makes them money, a lot of money. One of the best selling games of the year was the Oblivion remaster released on the PS5.
Yep, they made a ton of money off of that.
Yeah, like they're doing this for money. Like clearly they would not be doing this if it was not making them money.
and quite frankly, that is your best bet of having an Xbox moving forward. You know, is them making as much money as they can, because as we discussed, there's brain dead fucking people at the corporate level above them that are saying make 30% profit margins or else. You know what I mean? And then there's nothing they can do about that. They're like, okay, well, our jobs are on the line if we don't like find ways to make this as profitable as it can be. So let's put it out to the platform that already has this huge install base. You know,
the winners of the console war.
we've gone as far as we can with, you know, this PC cross thing. I mean, obviously, lots of people are getting on a PC regardless because, you know, PC is still Microsoft. So,
yep, it is what it is. Yeah, it's just there's a lot. I mean, there's a lot of things. I mean, it's not even just investors per se. It's just the fact that, and of course, this is objectively the best time there's ever been in history to be a gamer. Let's not confuse that. I see a lot. The most doom and gloom I see from people who like say that sort of thing don't really play that many games a year. This is objectively the best time to be a gamer that there's ever been. But in terms of like the amount of games, the amount of places you can play games, the technology, like it's not even debate. Now, what went wrong with AAA gaming is, in some cases, is the expansion of the game industry. Like one of the downsides of gaming becoming so popular is that it brought in a lot of outside money. But it also, more importantly, expanded certain studios. Like, you know, Ubisoft being a prime example. You know, they started out as a small company, and then they had some huge hits, and then all of a sudden they have 20,000 employees now, and that changes things a lot, and it not for the good, you know. So, but game companies that kept reasonable in size for the most part, apart from Rockstar is kind of one of the exceptions to a game studio that expanded dramatically but didn't lose quality of their game releases. They kind of just stayed to their Rockstar roots. Their roots of releasing, you know, huge, really good games every, you know, 8 years or 10 years or so. You know, that hasn't really changed. Even though they've expanded in our master company. But, you know, other companies, we saw them, you know, Bungie being another example of a studio who started out small, had some really big hits, then they got too big and things went to shit. It's just part of it.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, you got to be a little leaner sometimes.
Yeah. Yeah, the misconception people out from, especially from tech and other outside industries when they come to gaming, is they think that more people equals better game, and that's just not the case. That's actually counterintuitive in gaming. Less people make better games. Like it's very rare for a game to benefit from there being a lot of people.
Yep, you just have to have reasons to have these people. You can't have like a lot of secretaries and like people that are not really contributing.
Yeah, and you don't have too many conflicting visions, and you don't want too much oversight and interference.
Right.
Like from you want a few very clear, one or two very clear voices with a vision of what the game's going to be, and then you empower people to make that vision happen, and that's how you get the best games.
Yeah. I had no idea.
No idea. Only thing I know that's coming for Yotei is Legends mode next year, which hopefully I'll have beaten the Yotei 6 by then. I'll get on that eventually. I should have some time this week, but
I recommend going after the Oni first and then the Kitsune.
Any particular reason?
Story.
Story wise. All right.
I feel like both of them have like big implications for the story, but I feel like if you do the Oni first, it has the biggest like holy shit moment.
All right, I'll do that then. All right. I think we covered everything for this week. I wanna go watch some anime and eventually finish Yotei.
You know what else I watched a lot of? The Sakamoto days.
Are you been catching up? Yeah, I caught up. I've been catching up on the anime because the new seasons of stuff has started, and one of the ones I caught up on was Sakamoto Days, and I really love this current arc.
I'm not like I think I'm only through 13 episodes, but like I was on like episode 6, I think.
Yeah.
So I got like a bunch because I was like doing these. There's a shiny charm that you get for doing 1,000 battles in Pokemon Legends ZA, and it's just such a tedious and mindless thing. So like I'm literally just sitting here like pressing buttons and watching some of that, and then Marvel Zombies, and I was like, oh, I should probably like surprise Sadot and watch something random while I'm doing this, but I ended up beating it before I got to that point.
Ooh.
I was gonna pick solo leveling.
You would probably threw your Switch away.
Oh really?
Yeah, solo leveling. You're gonna lock the fuck in on that one.
Oh really? Oh,
yeah,
interesting.
That makes crazy, especially that first season. Holy shit.
Well, we'll see. I'm not making any promises. I'm just saying I was gonna like once I finished Sakamoto Days, I was gonna look for something new to watch completely. And I was trying to like think of what I could do that would surprise the shit out of you, and that was what I was going to go with.
I mean, if you wanted to truly surprise me, you would watch Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, but
I don't know where to find that.
Solo leveling is would be fun too.
I just remember you saying that it was really good, and I've been seeing a lot of the Funko Pops, and they look really cool.
It's very good, and the English. The English voice actor Alex plays Daredevil in Marvel Rebels.
There you go.
It's all connected.
One personal thing before we wrap up here. I will likely not be online much Tuesday. My mom is having heart surgery.
Oh.
So I think everything's going to be fine. She's having a valve replaced. So I don't know. I don't know how like spiritual I really am anymore, but if you believe in that kind of thing, maybe throw one up for her.
Prayers
Tuesday.
Prayers up to Jay's mom. My dad also hit me up, said he's going to have a heart thing. He actually had a pretty serious heart issue a couple years ago, but the doctors want to check on him. They think there could be another block. So just want to make sure everything's okay. So he's going to go in and they're going to look at him, make sure everything's okay and he's not regressing or anything like that.
Well, I hope everything's going well for him too. You never realize how, like, you hear about how bad the health industry is, and I don't have to deal with stuff like that very often, fortunately, but listening to some of the bullshit my mom's had to go through this last week, like, she doesn't even know she's actually going to have the procedure on Tuesday because her dentist won't sign off on it without her going in and seeing him.
Yeah, America's health system is fucked.
Yeah, so I'm gonna lose my shit if this is delayed in any possible way because of a fucking dentist.
Yeah, as you should.
For heart surgery.
For heart surgery, yeah, that's fucking retarded.
By the way, she's already on amoxicillin, which is what the dentist would give her if she had any kind of dental infection.
Yeah, this is as I say.
So anyway, we're wrapped up. I appreciate everybody. Thank you. I appreciate you, my brother.
Appreciate
it. I hope your fam is great too.
Right back at you. I'm Sadot Gamer.
I am not Casual Avenger.
But we appreciate him stopping by. Zip it up, zip it out, and prayers up